look like a phantom. I don't own that house in the Hamptons, and my 2 chains ain't gold at all. I can't buy you a diamond necklace. Being good with money takes practice, but somehow I don't mind at all. Cause no one's got what we got. We hit it up on rooftops. No matter what they say, we will do this our way. We ain't in it for the dollars, no. Just for the thrill of it. Nothing counterfeit with you. Just the thrill of it. Just for the thrill of it. Nothing counterfeit with you. Just the thrill of it. Just for the thrill of it. Just for the thrill of it. Girl, let me show you the paper. I can buy that house for you later, but you say you don't need that at all. This world is ours for the taking. Just me and you got me thinking. I swear we already made it. Cause no one's got what we got. We hit it up on rooftops. No matter what they say, we will do this our way. We ain't in it for the dollars, no. Just for the thrill of it. Nothing counterfeit with you. Just the thrill of it. Just for the thrill of it. Nothing counterfeit with you. Just the thrill of it. Just for the thrill of it. Just for the thrill of it.
Hello, UCF Knights. We are here today with NECC bracket with our own University of Central Florida Knights against Converse Gold. Both of these teams are 4-2 and are looking for their 5th win in round 7. My name's Peyton and I'm here with Sky Mirage. Sky, how are you feeling about this match?
I'm feeling pretty good, as you said. Both teams 4-2. This is actually the last match of the round robin for the East B section of the NECC tournament. So the winner of this match will secure the number 3 spot. Basically, they're fighting these two teams, fighting between holding the number 3 and the number 4 spot, give them slightly better positioning for the post round robin. So yeah, their last match of this, same best of 5. And, I feel like this was going to be a lot closer. Last week we saw against New Mexico, or not New Mexico, what am I saying? Puerto Rico. And I believe we 3-0'd them. So we're going to be having a much closer match today with somebody more equally matched to us. So hopefully able to pull it over them.
Now, Classic Caster, that wasn't this team. That was our academy team, which is an equally good team. But this team is more in higher division. But now we're
Yeah.
going for Lijiang Tower. We're gonna see what point we're gonna get, and I'm gonna say Gardens. Yes, Gardens. So we're going to Gardens first round. Do you think we're gonna see a far here coming out from either side, Sky?
I don't I don't think so. Potentially, if we do see a far come out, I think it would come out from the side of Lazor. But I think we're gonna see potentially an Ash here. Ash, really popular pick that I know like this team is comfortable with playing. Definitely gonna see a Juno.
Ready for battle.
But we are gonna see maybe the Sim just to TP out of spawn. I know Sim can be pretty good for TPing on a point for some later fights, but these are gonna go for the cast on the hit scan over the Ash.
Yeah, classic Brig Juno.
Yeah, we do see
I'm
the
gonna
Ash
cross
on the
blade.
other scene from Vader, so not entirely wrong. And then also see the Junker Queen coming out into the Ramatra.
5, 4,
Yeah, I think we're just gonna see a standard Brig Juno with a hit scan core, followed by that Tracer probably coming out from either side. I Actually, we see a Pharah Venture, so the poke damage is going to be intense, but we're going to see which one can get more value. You know, that Pharah is very hard to get to as that Venture, but if Venture gets in your backline, they can pretty much run you over. But first, we see Surfer is going down to Vader. This is going to be a disengage by UCF, and they're going to have to redo another fight. Just a really quick loss.
Yeah, not sure what happened to Surf right there. His health kind of just shredded into the ground. I really don't know what happened if he wasn't able to activate Nemesis form in time or something. Not sure what happened.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be a challenge for Electric to play into. Pharah just severely outranges you as the Venture, and you're kind of relying on getting in those squishy Juno Ash, but with that Brig around, like getting whip shots and throwing armor packs, it might be a little too difficult. So I'm curious to see how Electric plays this.
Yeah, Laser Juno switching over to the Ash, getting two good headshots from the other Ash, not able to take him down, and Electric's able to finish off the kill on Vader though.
And we see Electric in their back line, getting tossed around by that Brig, but able to stabilize. UCF are trying to take the point, but Converse Gold is just holding on to it, dear lies. You see Surfer is walking in the back with Nemesis form. Huge punches on that Brig and on that Pharah. Takes on the Pharah and forces a disengage by Converse Gold as UCF takes the point.
Yeah, point flip with Surfer taking down the Pharah there. We do have eventually go down from the Electric, but they're going to be able to stabilize because the satellite comes in, both rays come out.
Take work goes down early. They're using the Rampage now, yeah. Too many ults, everything being used, but Electric's still in the fight. It could be winnable. They used the Bob. I think they at least get a stall. The bar is 1 HP. Does Electric get the kill? No, they do not, but very close. It's looking like a UCF loss, but they're here for the staggers. Yeah, no, Tahor gets out. It's going to be another disengage, and we're going to reset for a new fight.
Yeah, Farah's health still going down, though. Like, looking like some low health people that could potentially be picked, but not able to clean it up. However, you have some big ults at each side now. You have the Barrage. You have the Rally ready for both sides. Probably going to be a Rally engage here.
I'm curious to see how Electric uses this Venture ult. Venture, very high damage, very scary ult, but the time it takes for a Venture to actually pump out that damage is going to be really in need of setting up. So we see Electric going on this right side on Vader's Ash. Almost gets that kill, but the Brig's there. But Invu's Rocket Barrage gets the Juno, but they trade. Gavin uses the Rally, but gets killed off by Nova, and this fight is not looking good right now for UCF.
Interesting ult there on a lost fight. Probably going to switch off that Venture would be my guess. Trying to get the ult out. I'm not seeing the value for Venture.
Yeah, no, we're sticking on the Venture. I think this might be a last-minute touch from Electric, honestly, sticking on this Venture, getting the safe rotate just so we can get OT. Are they able to touch? They missed the window.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. I'm not sure about the decision being made there. Not sure about the Venture ult trying to touch. Maybe gonna switch to Tracer or something to try to get a better touch. But Surfup's now able to flip the point. So Electric did able to get some touch. It was yeah, and I believe we can have it disconnect. I'll take over everything for here for a little bit. Relax going in with a punch pushing their back line a little bit. Just holding some space. 99% on the side of Converse. UCF gonna have to win a few fights, but this is here that Vader picks out Gavin. That's his support down for the sons of UCF. Vader sending the bomb out now to try to hold some ground. See what it does, but the Orbital Ray comes out from our lane, so Taker now with own up gonna counter it. Surfun trying to be kept alive really low, goes down to the bomb from Vader. Noah with the Rampage coming out, taking down Electric, and now it is only up to Laser trying to hold the point. Gavin not able to get back to sight, now be the first one guarded taken by Converse.
Yeah, the amount of damage and pressure that Converse Gold is able just to pump out against UCF right now, it's just way too much, and I think they need a better answer to that than just Ash. I like the Venture pick, but I think into the Pharah, it just doesn't work. So I'm wondering to see what UCF does to adapt to this.
Yeah, I personally really didn't like the Venture pick on that point. Like, you don't have the main fights, you have so many walls you can go behind to avoid kind of venture, to kind of duck away, get some help from your teammates, especially the ult's not going to find much value with that pathing there. I really me personally did not like the venture back there, and he does switch over to Tracer now, which I personally think is a little bit better into this kind of comp. Laser on the Widow, going to try to set up on that high angle to see if he can find an early pick.
Yeah, this Widowmaker is going to be really dangerous against the Ashe and Pharah. Two heroes both susceptible, but Gavin goes down a nice knife from Nova, and Vader's just able to clean up on it. I think UCF is going to back and reset for another fight again. This aggression I'm seeing right now from Converse Gold might be a little too much.
Yeah, Electric taken down with a headshot from Vader. And Laser, we'll see if he opts to stay on that Widow. Once they have that sight and you're kind of not putting in space, it's kind of hard to get value on that Widow once they're on that point.
And we see Sora Fruffrez and Nova just trading pleasantries as a Junker Queen, trying to poke and prod for this early fight. We see Converse Gold holding on point, no ults. This is quite nice sightlines for Laser to play from, seeing if someone wants to peek their head out, and Pharah almost does, but Laser's a little too slow on the draw. Snowfruff is now going in, half HP, but Vader picks up Electric, and this is a big pick for Converse Gold.
Yeah, second time Electric's gone down for the headshot. That's Ashe really good at being aware and kind of poking at that Tracer as he pulls up. Taking down Laser on the Widowmaker. I had to guess, I would say he switches off of the Widow here. That's to have that point. Yeah, and he's going to switch to Ashe where he can play a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more safe.
We're coming up on a Rampage fight, both sides at 92%. This is going to be the first ult online, but I will point out that Takor has their orbit sooner than Atlanta. So, and Laser kicks off Invu, so this is a big advantage by UCF. Let's see how they push it.
Yeah, now we'll see. The Rampage does come out and try to UCF, and they are going to counter that. But good thing that Taker did not use the orbital yet, so he will still have that available without a Rampage to be able to kind of counter that. But Nova going on a killing streak here, taking down two of this like Gavin Answer Cross. I'll be able to take down Electric again, and that will be another fight win for Converse.
Yeah, Nova's getting away with, sorry, not Nova. Yes, Nova's getting away with murder right now. Just picking up 3 with that Rampage, able to stabilize that fight, and now we're in last fight territory for UCF. We have 3 ults almost on the board against 4 ults from Converse Gold. This is a disadvantage fight for UCF. This is do or die.
Yeah, do or die. Last point on the already down 1 map. UCF like have to try to make something here. They're entering. They don't have the rally, and yeah. Electric's able to find a pick, although Indy does go down, so both DPS down now for Converse, but with a takedown, it's going to be really hard unless Electric's able to somehow, by a miracle, stay alive. They were so close to flipping that point too, which if they had, they would have been able to get another touch, but that will be first up going to Converse.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I think the Pharah from Converse Gold was just able to get so much early on pressure and poke disposition as well. Just UCF didn't have a proper response, ended up snowballing into something they just couldn't control. The ultimate usage from Nova was very well done. The Rampage able to pick off 2 and then getting the clinical on the Juno as we see right here. I think UCF needs an answer to that Pharah or have an answer sooner, because just letting them build ults and sit on point is just not going to work in your favor, especially in that last fight when they had an ult disadvantage. And
yeah, and really the Pharah ult didn't really, I don't really recall her getting any value off that ult really, but just the poke coming out from those rockets just made it so hard for them to find an opportunity to try to push through that gap, constantly chipping out that high amount of damage and making it difficult to find an entrance onto that point. Those points, especially on Lijiang, the 2 points we did have, really centralized points where like it can be hard to try to enter that point without taking damage to get on point.
yeah, and I'm curious to see what UCF takes us to now. So controls are the game. So if I want to kind of avoid that Pharah pick, which be mind, it is a very niche pick. Lijiang is very Pharah favored, but I would still try to go to a more enclosed map, something that Pharah can get as enough value off of. I am currently blanking on a map, as you can see by me stalling, but I think just having an answer to that Pharah or any other niche pick that is getting pulled out as a curveball is needed. And we see Vader banning Parisi on the side of Converse Gold. So we're going to hybrid.
Yeah, going to hybrid, I wouldn't be too surprised to see King's Row come out, considering that Laser really likes to play those long range hit scans, and yeah, he's gonna pick King's Row. What did I say?
Scrims
I know
Row.
Laser.
Classic Scrims Row. If you ever scrimmed, ever played at high level, this map is one of the 3 guarantees of life: Taxes, Death, and King's Row.
Yeah, so we're definitely gonna see Laser on that Widow or that Ashe. I believe they're starting on attack, but
Yeah.
either way, we'll see the Widow or Ashe come out from Laser, and we'll see what tanks we have Sir first come out here on. I definitely think you could see that Ramatra he walked out on come out again.
Now,
As for Electric, I'm really interested to see what DPS he's gonna play, because we saw him play Tracer, we saw him play Venture, and I don't think King's Row is gonna be one that he's gonna prefer for either of those 2 heroes he played. So we'll see what DPS he opts for.
Now, if there's one thing I know about King's Row from my comp games, and it's something to do with my shirt, the Vegas Eternal jersey, is that you can run that Reinhardt Lifeweaver charge out of spawn and pull him right back. I'm just saying that is peak cinema if UCF runs that. Getting that cheeky Ryan charge out of spawn. Nobody's seen it before. Trust me, it always works in Plat. And they
Yeah,
can work now.
totally.
Entering King's
No, but for real, we're gonna probably see another Brig Juno, Junkerine, or Ram coming out. You know, I think maybe Orisa was a good shout, especially on this map, but given her recent nerfs, less likely than usual. So probably that
Yeah.
Junkerine Ram.
Definitely going to see the Widow come out from Laser at the start to try to find a pick. I think that's practically a guaranteed. It'll really be up to how they're able to push through that first choke, and probably going to try to take that high ground, and it'll really be
for battle.
up to whoever's able to hold that better. But we do have Vader on the Widow on the defense, which is a little bit more interesting. I feel like Widow a little bit more favored on the attack here, defense here. People do tend to play a little bit more Ashe. But then also have the Genji out to maybe protect that Widow, protect the back line, knowing that there may be a Widow coming up from Laser. And Electric gonna stay on the Venture, but Surfup's going for Zarya, which is an interesting pick, which I don't hate, considering Nova's only been playing Junker Queen, so maybe trying to a little bit counter that bleed damage, counter that knife hole.
Yeah, and I'm curious about the Zarya pick right now. Zarya is not bad, but she's definitely not the greatest pick right now compared to a Junkerine or a Ram. But I think against a Junkerine in particular, Zarya can do well. Laser going for a jump shot, barely misses the head of Invu. Gets 2 shots but no kill, unfortunate. Headshots the Junker Queen, but still nothing. It's all dings but no death.
Yeah, does have a nice play into Zarya there for the Genji, though. Genji's gonna have a hard time playing into the Brig and that Zarya, that he's kind of able to poke him down a little bit too. And already taking space, taking the low ground fight, so a little bit unconventional. You can see teams try to take the high ground fights here, but both teams on the floor, and that Widow is in a vulnerable position. Will Surfbox be able to find it?
Yeah, the fight's dragging out quite a bit, which does benefit the Zarya, who can build a bunch of charge right now. On point, will they get a tick before they contest? Nova's still low. Invu's falling as well. This is going to be a little bit of a reset coming out from Converse Gold, but Vader picks off Laser, but Nova goes down. Yeah, well, Vader gets another. Does Vader kill? Vader gets 3. Vader gets 4.
Oh my goodness.
Just Electric is a 2v1, but it's attacker's advantage coming out right now. This could be, yeah, no, it's not a hold. Electric is clutching up. Clutch or kick from Electric coming out right now.
Yeah, but
It's going to be a kick.
shooting the deflect there a little bit too much.
Ping issue. That's lag. It's fine. Oh, we barely missed the second tick. Does UCF capitalize on this disadvantage that Converse Gold has right now from DPS? It looks like they are. We get the second tick. 80% approaching to full point capture using the Juno ultimate. There's no response from Takor, and it's going to be a disengage from UCF.
Yeah, now they will have that rally up first. They want to try to engage with that rally. They have the rally and Ray now, which will be uncontested by any support ults on the other side. But they know what's counter it looks like with the load up and everything being pulled. But Genji a little bit slow to build up that blade now. And yeah, they're going to probably give him the point here. Just so much offensive pressure from that Ray coming out. And the Zarya ult just to get it over with. maybe gonna switch off Zarya, but really just hoping to secure that point for sure. 4.5 minutes on the push too is not too bad. Still a pretty fast retake and a crazy right click hitting Vader there.
A nice stagger coming out from Stormtrooper on that Vader Widow. But I want to point out, oh, another stagger actually. Atlanta goes down too, so it's another stagger. UCF probably gets past that first turn now. I want to point out the ult advantage by Converse Gold. Having that Dragon Blade and that Rampage is a very hard ult to save off just by that rally. And so I think UCF might have to be wary in how they approach this. One bubble used from Stormtrooper has already helped Electric get out, so Converse Gold has to be tracking that.
Yeah, she's gonna have that bubble back over though again pretty soon. Electric's gonna try to find some opportunity. That's what's dangerous about this skill point. The Rampage gets so much value for how to avoid it.
What an amazing shield bash coming out of Gavin, stopping that Rampage, making sure it gets no value, as well as Electric's Venture ult picking up. I think it was the Genji actually. And so now we're coming into final fight for second point. No ultimates across the board. Vader switching back Cassidy. Will Converse Gold be able to touch, or will UCF just walk it into third?
Yeah, they're back on that Clara now, which I do think is pretty solid here on this, especially third hold. Really a lot of angles to work with there. Atlanta, though, already going to build up that orbital right here. So maybe, no, not going to be able to contest that 4.5 minutes on this third point. Vader does go down. Surfruff's helping UCF keep the offensive pressure here, and Laser gonna have those wall hacks now to be able to see really where all the people are coming from. Will help pick off that Pharah. Hopefully he's gonna keep an eye on her. Not able to get the head.
And I just want to point out, I'm going to give Gavin's Brig gameplay a boom right now. Stunning not only the Jungle Queen ult, but also the recontest. Now we're going with UCF using Graviton Shorts and just picking up everybody piece by piece. Yeah, Converse Gold is now in the thick of it, and everybody knows they're just not able to contest. They're coming back on the Lucio and Junior ult. Will it be enough? Will it be quick enough to touch?
Because of touch, come up with the ult, but have an ult from Taker there. It should be able to clean everything up here. Chance now on the Lucio, but a double kill with the electric from that shock, and that'll be point. Yeah, third on Nova as they try desperately to touch. And after that first fight win by Converse, UCF taking a clean sweep for every other fight throughout this map so far.
Yeah, something between map 1 and 2 has awoken in Gavin. Just the rally usage and the ability to just stun everybody and their mothers right now from Gavin is just insane. Like, really, just that was the reason why I believe they captured second, was Gavin just 2 excellent stuns on the ultimates and the recontest of Converse Gold. But I also want to point out Electric just providing so much damage pressure, even though they're not all too much securing kills. Just the displacement and the pressure that just you can get one shot by Venture despite being a Venture, not a Widow. It's just so dangerous that it requires the attention to be pulled away from your backline or your laser, who can laser people basically.
Yeah, Gavin definitely more comfortable on the King's Row map, where the control kind of hinting a little bit, going a little bit too far forward and getting picked off. But definitely playing the angles here on King's Row a lot more better. Definitely more comfortable with this map and able to kind of cancel that Rampage, protect the team, where they would have had really no other option but to kind of give up that fight had he not been able to hit that, is definitely what helped him get through that choke point and keep winning fight after fight to push it with 3.5 minutes left on the clock. Even if they're not able to hold Converse all the way here, they should have a huge time advantage because of how efficient they were at pushing that card.
Yeah, now we see a Zarya mirror coming out from Nova and Converse Gold with the Reaper guy. Ooh,
that man.
He has 2 shotguns, but Laser has a sniper rifle and takes the head off of Vader. Clean shot coming out from Vader. That's going in the Taj later.
Yeah, really nice shot from Laser there. With the 1v1 elements of Will, where you didn't lose that one previously. Vader probably going to still hold on that Widow, but you will have to be careful. And as I say that, Laser's head gets picked off by Vader, getting the revenge kill. That's the one thing about the Widow 1v1 is the attacking team's always going to have the advantage. And they can get right back into dueling the second they respawn.
Yeah, smart disengage coming up from UCF, trying to stabilize, waiting for your Widow to come back. No ultimates on the board still. Does UCF touch this? Yes, they do. Electric's on point, but Electric's 1 HP goes down to the Reaper guy. 3 to 4 shots is all it takes from him. But Laser picks off Atlanta, and so it's an even fight. But Sir Ferraris goes down, and it's just a 3v4 with the tank still up from Converse Gold. I think UCF might lose the fight. Yeah, Vader picks off Laser. Both supports are disengaging, and it's going to be a point B fight. I don't think they're getting any staggers, so it's going to be around that first bend, which is very good for the defenders right now.
Yeah. Really fast take there from Converse. Both teams, their attacks looking super confident right now. Let's just see how the people play it here for a little bit easier play that first place with so many high angles. Electric takes down Vader in the backline, but Atlanta once gets straight onto Gavin. So that's one support down for the side of UCF now.
Yeah, it's an even trade. You get Vader for Gavin. I think you're fine losing either one because it's still in a neutral fight. Both teams are scrimming, trying to get the advantage on each other. It's nothing much is going on right now. But we see Laser setting up, trying to see if any support wants to peek their heads. Just nobody does, but now he spots Vader. Vader is in main. So how does he take care of Vader? Does he get the shot off? And barely misses both of them. And that orbital is just gonna burn Laser down. Juno missiles, fair and balanced ability.
Yeah, it was a good job. Gold comes out. Actually manages to get one kill somehow, but fight. The Ventral coming out.
No, Sir Ferraris goes down. This is a 2v4. They can probably stall, but Gavin's gonna get ran over instantaneously. Electric in the backline, trying to make stuff happen. Can't find the kill because the supports are just absolutely on top of Vader right now. Yeah, looks like we're going into point B with almost 5 minutes. That's
a lot of time. We don't have the Slayer ult. They are gonna put it ready for the effort. Someone stays alive. I thought he was done for there. And now a counter grab coming out. Gavin, shield still up. I'm not sure how he's managed to survive for so long. Sir Ferraris just trying to stay alive, but he goes down to Vader. Not an effort trying to hold a couple ults coming out. They are going to capture it now.
5 minutes on the clock for Converse Gold. They have a chance to beat UCF's time, but not if that happens. Laser takes the head off Atlanta. We're going into the next fight. Only sights up, which is not a real ultimate, just so you know. It's gonna be a couple econ fights for this point, and if UCF is just able to rack 1 or 2, they definitely can get that time-based advantage right now.
Yeah, Atlanta though is going to have that orbital ray much sooner than Taker will. That could be the deciding fight. Taker needs to try to farm it up. Widow is just kind of at a stalemate now. Neither one of them wanting to get picked off first.
But Laser gets the shot on Vader, so Vader has to force to back up, but Laser as well drops. Both of them are challenging each other, and Vader gets Laser. That's not good for UCF, and the General comes out. This needs to be a quick fight loss or get back and spawn instantaneously from UCF. And Sir Ferraris is kind of staggering himself. I don't think he used that bubble there and just die on card, honestly.
Yeah. If Widow can find a pick here, though, could be huge.
Yeah, this is so hard to come out of this area as that Widow on the defensive side.
Yeah,
we have Reapers walking out. That Reaper got area cleared. Absolutely no shield on that bubble, but Paycor goes down by Atlanta. Vader picks off Gavin. No support, but we have ultimates coming out from UCF right now. Can they stabilize for long enough for the backline to get back? And it does not look like it right now. Just electric left. They lose the 3rd point, but they have 5 more seconds. That 5 seconds doesn't look like a lot, and that's because it's not. It's very close, very even.
3 to 3.
Yeah, we'll have to see if there's any comp switches to kind of counter. Both teams were really overwhelmed, got absolutely swamped on that defense. We'll have to see if one of them tries to switch it up a little bit on defense. Because both teams really were not able to win a single fight on the defensive hold.
They were able to string together 1 or 2 minutes of defense combined, but this is just rolls from both sides. Honestly, by how things are looking, I wouldn't be surprised if we go to 6 points right now, which it's bad for my throat and for my vocal cords, but I would love to see this go as far as it can. Outside of that first map, this is pretty darn close.
It is, and our land. Oh, wow, switching to a dive comp on the attack now with the Monkey Ana, Tracer.
This is definitely a classic comp, but right now we're hard stuck in Brig Juno meta because, you know, only 15% healing off that that laser is not going to kill Juno. I don't like this comp as much as I like UCF's comp right now. I just think Brig Juno is way too strong for the Ana to really make work. If it was an Ana Juno, I'd like it better, but we'll see how they do it.
Yeah, I do like. Well, I liked it a little bit more before the game.
Oh, but I don't like it when Galvin gets picked off by Vader. Without that break, a lot of that defensive capability against that Winston just goes down the drain, and Takor is forced to fend for himself. But Chance goes down to Laser. He trade Briggs. Gavin might get back before Chance, and then Electric picks out Arlanta. So no backline for Converse Gold. UCF just needs to burst out their front line and backline and just call it a day. Laser goes down, but we trade for Vader, so it's an even fight once again. Just 1-for-1 picks. Just if this keeps going, I think I favor UCF right now, given the Venture is just able to be everywhere, everything, all at once.
Yeah, both teams make equal picks on the same heroes as well. No switches coming out yet. Invu really hasn't been doing much on that Genji. Kind of just jumping around here and there, being nuisance, but not really able to go the ult charge right now.
Surfer is just poking out that Winston. No trades really happening from the two. Both tanks don't really fight into each other very well or very poorly. But now we see Electric getting the perfect bubble from Surfer. Well, I don't know. But Electric just picks off that backline, sacrifices themselves, but it's more than enough. And UCF is just going into their spawn, trying to get a little extra ult charge before this last fight comes out.
Yeah, the Tracer coming back out now from Invu. So, gonna throw away that actually charging as well. Gonna be back with the top shock though, which is really good on this first capture point. It's really open. So we'll be able to get all the value on that. But Taker goes down from Nova.
Yeah, fat nade from Atlanta just comes out, gets the tank and the backline. Just really tough. I think UCF can stabilize, but I don't know if they touch right now.
No, they have both supports went down. They're not going to try to touch this here.
Yeah, overtime fight at Choke does advantage that Zarya Venture, who can just pump out 1 billion damage, especially with that Graviton Surge. Just group them all up. Venture has easy time just hitting that Tectonic Shock.
Yeah.
Because it is ready to rock.
Zarya now off that monkey.
I think this is worse for Converse Gold, especially with that Graviton Surge coming up with the Venture ultimate, because just getting 1 or 2 of them in that ult just leaves them to die from that Venture. Let's see how it goes.
And here comes out.
Yeah. Bad anti from Atlanta, but like I said, that Grav Venture ult, too much damage, too much silliness coming out from Converse Gold. I don't like that Bastion pick. I think playing those angles on that Tracer, Genji, Winston just works out so much better, because at least gives you that slightest chance of winning that fight, especially off a fat nade from Atlanta.
Yeah. But it's still hard when you have, because like you don't want to leave your Ana alone to be on that cart to maintain the overtime, because if she's going to get jumped and then you're going to lose anyways. I think it's really hard for them to do. You had all 5 ults on the side of the UCF, as you saw both supports come out to win an ult just for measure. I really don't think there was a way you were winning that fight and that choke. I think they did their best there. So it's really going to be up to them holding enough time onto defense to try to be able to do the same here, to force UCF to play that choke into overtime.
Yeah, and we see a Kiriko coming out from Chance. They are definitely taking a chance, living up to their name. Kiriko is she's not the best in meta right now. Kiriko is able to act like a Widowmaker Jr. with those 2 taps from far away, but just not as defensive as a Brigitte, who can save off from dives from the Venture from Electric, and then Brig is just a lot better at denying those angles and holding shield in front of Laser. So I'm interested to see how this Kiriko works in this comp.
Yeah, I'm just surprised they upped Kiriko over someone else. Like, you didn't have an Ana, you didn't have anything you needed to really cleanse. So maybe for a little bit more survivability, to not get jumped as he's on the Ana would help you deal with Electric a little bit more.
Yeah, so
he's just popped on the Chance and already a huge pick.
Yeah. A lot less healing, a lot less damage coming out from Converse Gold now with that Venture going out. Invader gets picked off by Torres. I'll eventually hit him correctly, don't you worry. And yeah, it's just cleaning up right now. I think UCF gets 3 on point, and they just kind of walk it in.
Yeah, I don't think they're even going to have 3 on point. They're just going to let Gavin capture and take space because really all they need to do is get through that choke. They're going to take as much space as they can.
Yeah. Ooh, Vader's head barely stays on his body. The adrenaline rush from that probably is crazy. And now we have Surfro's pushing up further, but all 1 HP has to burn both bubbles and dies. This is kind of tough for UCF now. I think they have to go back and spawn and just wait. Because Converse Gold can just play this choke, especially on that Junker Queen Reaper comp, who just benefits from having that sight lines.
A little bit greedy there, getting a little bit too close to comfort and does suffer the price from that, but Electric already coming up on that control.
Yeah, no, I haven't catch C9 yet, but that was very close. They do touch, it's now just a brawl on point. Gavin goes down, and Vader's on the back line. This is looking tough. UCF might have to die quick to just re-engage. No, it's fine.
On the clock.
Oh, but laser picks off
down at
Atlanta. Any pick right now from UCF is detrimental for Converse Gold because the spawns are just so far, and you just see Surfers walking on the backline, picking up Kiriko. Yeah,
that will be it.
UCF ties up the series 1-1. It is now Converse Gold's pick. That was a very close match.
Yeah, so at the very least, we will be seeing a map 4. If we see the play of the game, we know which one this is going to be. Vader finding 4 kills on that first hold. Yeah.
These hit scans are going band for band, bar for bar right now. Just seeing whichever one can make the most value just by landing their shots. And I hate to say it, but I'm kind of giving it to Vader at the moment. Laser is able to come in clutch time and time again, but Vader is on some demon time.
Yeah, Vader's been hitting some consistent headshots throughout that game. Widow is just so strong in the meta right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to pull up the 10 million Twitter tweets coming out from copious amount of Overwatch player Sam Mito about how broken Widow is, because it's kind of redundant. Widow just kind of exists and makes space. It's unfortunate, especially as that Brig Juno, because you just barely have not enough HP to live that, especially as that Brig. And I think both of the Brigs, Chance and Gavin, are both suffering from that. Just what if I get one tapped? It's always in the back of your head against a Widowmaker, and it's very scary as a Brig player.
Yeah, it's just really the lingering threat that you could go down if you accidentally peek your head around any corner is just really bugs you in the back of your head.
Yeah. It's mind-blowing.
Literally, she will blow out your mind.
Yeah, but I also want to point out the tank battle. We see Nova trying to get as experimental as possible, trying to find a solution for the Zarya, going onto that Winston, mirroring the Zarya itself, and then ultimately going back on that Junker Queen. I appreciate the flexibility and the adaptability that they're trying stuff, but I think at the end of the day, it might just have to be that Junker Queen or might have to be that Ramattra. They're just both so strong, and I think Ramattra beats Zarya tenfold. And now we see Runa Soppy, a push map, which means we are going to watch 10 fights get 3 meters at most. What do you think about Runa Soppy coming in?
I think we definitely see the Widows come out, and I think we definitely see that Venture come out again. Venture's got a lot of space to work with on Runasapi, and Widow has so many angles. I love playing Widow on this map, going around through like the back passages of the map, especially in that middle. You can go kind of through the back on either side and kind of just apply so much pressure from those areas. I definitely think we see a JQ come out. Maybe if we see a team comfortable on the ball, if we get a little bit crazy with it, but
A little bit of whimsicality in our Overwatch game is not tolerated. This is a Brig Juno meta, no fun allowed. I can tell you both of these teams would rather be playing a fun and interesting comp like Rush, like Dive, but Brig Juno is just so powerful. Having that almost instant heals with the auto-aiming missiles and just having the defensive capability of the Brigida, able to just save off almost every attack, it's really no other choice than to mirror. And we saw that map with Converse Gold trying to try something different with that Ana, with that Kiriko, and just not getting as much success compared to UCF who's running that Brig Juno.
yeah, I think it was just more also part of that being on defense, a little interesting comp. Honestly, that little poster kind of reminds me of Emperor Cusco from The Emperor's New Guru.
Thinking the exact
Just gave
same
me
thing.
A little bit of those vibes.
Yeah, that amazing movie. If you haven't watched it, watch it. But now we are in a Overwatch game, which is not a movie. It is Do or Die.
You're right.
Not
it
yet,
was the
but close.
movie.
Close. And we see a little bit of trolling from Sir Flores coming up from that Roadhog.
I don't think that cup's going to stick.
I like it. But
Like is definitely a word, yeah, and Laser gonna
no, don't say it.
no? I thought he was going to engage in a little bit of silliness.
But you see the horse. Peter, the horse is here. Yeah.
Okay.
Orisa being nerfed in the last patch. Not significant nerfs, but enough to make her fall out of the meta significantly. I think against this Junker Queen, Orisa does have a good time being able to fortify any knives or any attempts of really displacement right now. I want to point out this hit scan battle. We have the Ashe coming out from Converse Gold against the Widow coming out from UCF, and Laser is just doming people right now. The health bars of Converse Gold are like negative almost right now. Just to sustain is just terrible.
Yeah, and that's what
right
I'm
now.
talking about. That angle that you can play from the Widow there, although.
Look, a little shiest out here from both sides, and Indu barely picks up that kill on Laser, and we see Gavin trying to get that return, but no, does not swing back, does not slide for his home.
Yeah, he's gonna say like grapple to get a little bit expected to be for push there. But as I said though, just that angle being able to play from back there applies so much pressure, and if had he not been picked off by that Reaper, I think it would have been really tough to get past that joke where Reaper would have been play there. Tinker trying to get up on the high ground.
Me on Juno. Yeah, I do want to shout out UCF for getting an early 20-meter lead, which does significantly help their odds right now, coming in for this re-engage against the Orbit from Atlanta, who's significantly ahead of Takor right now. This is a tough fight for UCF coming in.
Trying to find something.
Yeah, no dice coming out from Laser, but it's just a poke fight. Electric is 1 HP, barely makes it out, uses that pulse bomb, but Swordfrups takes out Atlanta. It's now a 4v5, no big heals coming out from Converse Gold, and that Reaper goes down to Laser, using that Terror Surge, questionable a little bit, but it wins in the fight. And so, we ball.
Yeah, if anything, Push is one of the most momentum-heavy game modes in the game, if not the most momentum-heavy game modes. Because when you take that robot and push it forward space, they have to win a fight just to get it back to the middle, then win another to get space of their own. So momentum and push is one of the biggest advantages you want to have in any kind of map type in Overwatch.
Yeah, just the amount of fights it takes to push back, and we have a little bit of surfing going on from Laser as they walk from the rails. We're going into the gauge. Takor uses that ultimate, but goes down immediately. It's just Gavin. Gavin's 1 HP, grabs the Mega. Gavin's going to probably pop this rally here to stabilize, but Surfers goes down. It's just a 5v3 coming out from UCF, and with the disengage, yeah, it seems like we're going back. The pendulum is swinging to Converse Gold once again, 49-36.
Yeah, they should be able to kind of take the lead here. Laser's going to try to find a pick here to stabilize things a little bit more. Gavin keeping him alive. Kind of making it so he can't push Laser without getting punished too easily, but misses the shield bash.
Oh, just pick after pick coming up from Converse Gold onto UCF, just staggering them out, and it's going to be a checkpoint coming up from Converse Gold. UCF has to take this fight. They have a nice position, but this is still disadvantage coming out, especially this late in the game, already being halfway there in 4 minutes. That's pretty quick to push.
Yeah, and if you look at the ult, 4 ults available on set Converse here. I think definitely overstayed their welcome. Widow, yeah, just getting kind of bullied a little bit by that Reaper. Definitely overstayed their welcome in that this fight. We'll have that rally to try to respond if they want to do something here. Build up Terrace up once again. Ball hacks are going to be on now, making it a little bit easier to kind of see where Reaper's going to try. So Reaper ult comes out.
Oh, but Electric gets 2. The Reaper ult's good, but it's not good enough. Just no backline coming out from Converse Gold, and it's just cleanup for Surfers. And yeah, it's a fight win. UCF though, they have to push almost 120 meters But getting this Reaper kill would be massive, and they don't get it, and Electric goes down, and the only thing worse than Electric going down is me mispronouncing UCF's tank name right now.
Yeah, Electric can get back pretty quick on that Tracer, but if Gavin goes down, gonna be kept up by Tank. Nope, not gonna be kept up by Tank.
Not enough. The Reaper guy takes 3 to 4 shots to kill people because he has that two revolvers. It just so good. Laser is in a continental troll right now with this off angle. I lied, but this is interesting. Does he get that shot off? Because it's one shot, then he gets teleported on by that Reaper and dies instantaneously.
He's very tense. So patient. Put up in the head though.
They don't see him still, and he's just unable to get those headshots. So close, but no cigar. Gavin pops that ultimate, stuns 3, but that JQ comes out, only hits 2. Is it enough? It might be. It is enough for Converse Gold, and two picks coming out from their side. Electric uses the pulse bomb, finds nothing, and Gavin goes down. It's one more fight, but Takor has to get out. Takor gets staggered. This is looking tough. It's gonna be a Juno ult fight, and just crossing lasers. Down, Electric goes down. Leazer's early, Surfrubs goes down. It is just not looking good for UCF as they look like they're getting full capped on push, and we go to a map 4-2-1 for Converse, UCF's map pick.
Yeah. Really, just down in performance after those first few fights coming out, just unable to find the momentum they needed. And you know, as I said, very momentum heavy map, and once Converse was able to get that momentum, it makes it so much harder for, like you saw, they were able to take the bot back to middle, but then immediately were met with another fight. That forward spawn also providing so much pressure, and that Reaper just taking those off angles going around the map. As I said, those back alleys of the map really make it pretty easy to flank and get away from fights, and Reaper just worked that to his advantage.
Yeah, I think Invu played that pretty perfectly. I think if I'm Laser, I would swap onto that Ash or Cassidy, play with your core a little more. I think I like Laser taking these long off angles, forcing the eyes of Converse's backline to turn so drastically, but it's just not gonna work when that Reaper guy is just teleporting on you every single fight. You have one shot to kill him, and if you don't, you're dead, and that's what sadly happened for the side of UCF. Laser just barely missing those shots, always near but never getting that kill, and it's really tough right now for UCF going down map 4, just 2-1. I believe we're gonna see a escort.
We're going to Clash.
Clash.
We're going to Clash.
Clash point. This is a very interesting map. I don't think I've ever seen a team pick Clash willingly unless they got it in comp, and I am very interested.
Clash.
I don't like that you like Clash.
I like how it's fast-paced.
And we see Hana.
I like how it works. I like Clash.
Subjective, but now we see Hanaoka coming out for UCF. I do not know what to expect coming from this high level of Clash, because
I think Clash is a better push. I said it.
Yeah, getting a little controversial now. Okay. Calm down, buddy. We're
my
going
hot
in.
take. That's my hot take.
No more hot takes. Only hot, on fire gameplay. I want to see dink after dink from Laser. I want to see Gavin get 20-man shield bashes. I want to see Takor just lapping orbital rays from Atlanta. I want to see 3 orbital rays a fight. I want to see Surfruffs getting 17 billion kills, 10 billion mitigation, no damage allowed in your backline. And I want to see Electric just being an absolute gremlin on that venture in the backline of Converse Gold.
I am curious though from Prod if they're able to open up chat. With Clash, normally the other team gets to ban a map. Does that effectively let the team... I'm curious, did the team who chose Clash get to choose the map? Because the other team banning one effectively would let the other team choose what map they do play.
I don't think Prod likes us that much, unfortunately, but it's fine. I do believe that it was just a raw Clash pick by UCF, no bans involved. And now we see a Reaper from UCF now. This is a very aggressive. This is an all or nothing comp with that Zari coming out, bubbling whoever's going to be in that backline at that one moment. And yeah, see how they play it. Invu goes down very low, but still nothing coming out from your side.
Wow.
But Invu goes down, I lied, Nova and Invu both down. Electric picks up 2. I believe that was a boot kill on Vader. I hope it was. I'm going to say it was because I think so. And now we see just Converse Gold backing up, disengaging, and UCF gets first point and first fight win.
Yeah, the Reaper Adventure comp is just so oppressive. So many off angles. They have really ways to get out. You have to allocate a lot of resources to try to kill them, but as I see that Vader able to take down 2. And actually weren't able to capture the point.
It's so close. It's just their foe is alive, and no, that is such a tough one to lose. But UCF still gets that re-engage, I believe, as long as Electric goes in sooner rather than later. Though I think they are discussing just holding for point D. It's looking like, yeah, point D.
Wow, unfortunate. They maybe could have played. It's so hard to say. I mean, wow. There's no really words. I mean, they could have played a little bit more back at 1 split second they needed, but they were almost close to that blossom.
Yeah, but Davin goes down. Nova just walking on your back line. It's just not something you like seeing. But that Reaper guy, area cleared. Nobody's in that vicinity. Not even the ghost in my head. And
Yeah, but they kind of forced Nova to kind of stay there in a vulnerable location, which allowed her to be finished off and not in range of her support. So.
In a very deep stagger coming out from Electric. Do they get out? 2 seconds on that Venture abilities, but no. They get killed, but it's fine. UCF picks up that point, and we're going back to another neutral C fight. Yeah. UCF won this last time, but then they lost the point. So I'm curious to see if either side adapts so they can get that advantage back.
Yeah, they will have grab ventral if they want to use that. Satellite comes out.
Laser gets lasered themselves with that junior orbit. But Invu goes down, pushing too far up before the JQ and distancing the Venture. Nova is in a very risky position. If Electric had that drill dash up, it would have been game over because they just get pushed in 10 billion miles. And Electric's touching Hinder Nade, so no digging. And it's winnable. And a huge grab orbit coming out, but also Nova using that JQ ult. So it's an even fight right now. This can go either way. I think killing that Juno is the first priority, and we see Surfura is coming out, and it's just a rally from Gavin, killing off that Genji from Invu. Both members of Converse Gold are struggling right now. No resources available, and Laser's forcing the Juno out from Converse Gold, and it's looking like a UCF fight win.
Yeah, I mean, when that Death Blossom up again, well, see if Converse was able to track that, you know, built that ult relatively fast. Whereas Electric's been holding on to this first ult for the entire game so far. Maybe holding on to it was a little bit too long. It comes out now. See if he finds any value from it.
And they do. Caster's Curse saying they're holding on to it and immediately pop it. But Electric gets 3, just absolutely goobing in their backline. Gets 4. This
looks the play of the game there, folks.
Is this Stalker? Like, just an amazing series of plays coming out from Electric. Able to just push the advantage with that Venture ultimate. Only using 1 ult in that fight as well. This is really good for the ult economy for UCF.
Yeah, that Dragon Blade online for the other team, or for Converse here, but I'm not sure how much value that would get here.
Yeah, Genji in 2024, not very good. But it's really which DPS will gets more value. We're gonna see an orbit fight coming up from Atlanta very soon, I think. And we see the actually no, we don't. We see the Death Blossom. The area has been cleared of all alien life forms, and is an even fight. It's 4v4. Backline both goes down, but this is favoring Converse Gold right now. And do they get a tick? A tick here would be massive. And it's not looking like it. Yeah, supports come back off a spawn, very close to getting a tick over, but from Laser, but it's gonna be fine as they're just gonna reset. They have ults now. Big thing, Graviton Surge, and we're building up on both of those support ultimates. This could be a very winnable point B coming up from UCF.
Yeah, smart play from Atlanta there, holding on to that orbital ray, not electing to use it. You know, you have a really big advantage on that point as the defending team. So so. Smart move to save it for the next fight. So it's a little bit more 50-50.
Yeah, but ooh, what a Hindu nade coming up from Vader, able to pick off Laser, not able to use that rape form. And now we see UCF disengaging as they lose a lot of that bulk damage up front. And Surefox has to get out soon, because you can't lose that Graviton Surge if you want the Reek Touch. Laser going on that Widow, interesting pick. I don't know how I feel about this open map, on this closed map, but now we see Sir Froz going, and hard to say, and do they use that Graviton to secure a point? No, we're gonna see the Junior ultimate. They barely touch in time. The Gravel coming also out, and it's a lot, and I don't know what's going on. This is a fight. Yes.
Yeah, kind of everything there coming on. Both support ults used from the side of UCF. And I believe all 4 support ults used, but Vader cleaning up with 3 or 4 kills there.
Objective loss.
Even fight will now return it back. Everything stabilized back on the point C. And this will mean that neither team will have the advantage of playing on their own home turf again. We'll be playing in the middle, 3 points B, C, and D.
Yeah.
So
One ult.
this first point is really going to have a huge advantage.
Yeah, one ult from each side. You see that Venge ult being used early. It looks like it. They want to use it in response to Graviton. They do not. A laser picks up Invu, and it's a 4v4 now with Gavin going down to the missiles or whatever it's called. Honestly, I don't know. And then Taker also goes on, so no backline for UCF. Surfruffs goes down. No, barely able to stay alive. That's big for UCF. They might get that re-engage with Electric coming on Adventure.
Yeah, 19 charge really well. It's gonna be putting out a lot of damage, being able to hold on to that charge.
Yeah, big level coming out for Electric. Do they pop that ultimate soon? If they want to win, they have to.
Stop the touch.
Oh, that is unfortunate. UCF needs to do something called get out of dodge, or else this is gonna go from bad to worse. And and they lose their tank. No, tank jumps off. We're fine, but they need to go now.
Yeah, they do. And that first point now that they weren't able to capture, really biting them in the butt now.
Yeah, Electric has to use his ultimate. They've been holding on for too long, I think. And
yeah, that is a second one up now, and he will have that able to combo with the grab here. But now it's a tough decision. Do you use the ults now to win this point and just make sure that you don't lose right now and risk, or do you try to win this point without them from later? But as I said, that Indu first down to the reroll.
Yeah, it was enough coming out from the control. It gets 2, gets 3. It's just a 1v1 on point. It's just Laser versus Nova, and is it enough? No, it's not, and they barely lose with Converse Gold taking the series 3-1. UCF so close to pushing it further, but just so far, and it's really
that's
tough.
2 points on this map where you had that literally half a second difference that could have changed the entire result of the match. You had that last point where they had to capture that last half second. You had the first point where they had a half second left to capture for UCF, and then you had the point, the second to last point where you had that half second before UCF was able to touch. And at the end of the day, Converse was just able to win those half second interactions against UCF and take them to 5-2, with UCF dropping to 4-3.
Yeah, an unfortunate loss from UCF. They're showing some signs of brilliance coming out, especially on that King's Row map, but it was just